Of course, the holiday of Shavuot is on its way, and we celebrate the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai by God to the Jewish people nearly 3,300 years ago. And the question, of course, that everybody asks is, how do you know that it's true? What's the big deal? If you really can't tell what happened, it was so long ago, 3,000 years ago, how do we know that it really happened? Now, in the old days, we used to give long speeches about this, but today everything is fast, everything is short, everybody needs something bite-sized, everybody needs something really quickly. So if you're sitting at a coffee shop and your friend says, you know, I give you 2 minutes to prove to me that the Torah is true, I'll give you 2 minutes to prove to yourself that the Torah is true, what are you going to say? Are you ready? Here it comes in 2 minutes. It's just 3 parts. Ready? Number 1. If you had a choice, if God was going to transmit a religion to the Jewish people, is it better to do it through a messenger or better to do it directly? Is it better for God to say, I'm going to speak directly to the people, or choose some messenger to deliver the message? I would think it's pretty obvious. Direct communication is always the best way. Agree or not? I would think it is. So, number 1, direct communication, not a messenger. Number 2, how many religions have there been in existence throughout the world? I don't know the answer to that question, but let's say it's 1,000. It may be much more than that. But of all the 1,000 religions, let's say, that have existed throughout time, how many have claimed that God spoke to all the people? Answer, only 1. To me, that's the most important piece of information that you'll ever hear or know. Throughout the history of time, only one religion has ever claimed that God spoke to all the people, and that is the Jewish people. No one else ever made the claim. The question is why? Why wouldn't someone else starting a religion? Why wouldn't Christianity, Islam, why wouldn't Mormonism, why would somebody else claim that God spoke to them directly? And that brings us to number 3. The answer is it's a claim that you cannot make if it didn't happen. You can make up a story about yourself. You could say, God spoke to me and he asked me to give a message. But if you want to make up a story about a direct communication, that won't work because there's just so many people. The Torah says there were 600,000 people at Mount Sinai. That's men between the ages of 20 and 60. In fact, there were probably about 3 million people strong there. You can't make up a claim that God spoke to you directly if it didn't really happen. And that's why no other religion in the history of mankind ever claimed that God spoke to all of them. Only one, the Jewish religion. You only have 2 minutes. Shavuot celebrates the giving of the Torah. I believe it's true. 3 parts. Number 1, direct communication. Makes more sense. Number 2, we're the only religion that ever made the claim. And number 3, it's because if you didn't have direct communication, you really can't make up the story anyway. 3 quick points to give evidence that Torah actually happened, the giving of Torah at Mount Sinai, 3,300 years ago. Have a great Shavuot. Enjoy. Something to think about.